Hey everybody, I'm going to start this out hopefully with something really short. I'm going to show you the tools I use, um, the apps that I use, and how to download and import planners and stickers, how to write in the journal, and how to add stickers in at least one way. I may do two depending on how long I decide to make this. So I use an iPad. I also had bought a case that came with a keyboard, so I use that to type. I find it much easier. It's not an expensive one. It's not an Apple keyboard. I did buy an Apple pencil and a case for it, just to give it a better grip, and it makes it feel better in my hand. So the first things that you're going to need for your journal, for especially worthygal, which is what I'm mainly focusing on. I have GoodNotes is the app that I use for my journal. And you're also going to want Dropbox because worthygal utilizes Dropbox mainly. Those are the two main things you need. I also use iCloud more, so that's what I have open here is in my files in my iCloud drive. So iCloud drive, mainly what I use. So now I'm going to close that. So first things first, after you have those downloaded, go to the worthygal website, and you're going to want to download your planner and or stickers that you want to use. I currently have it open, planners to the June planners. There's also the monthly sticker kits, and that's the Punk Gal sticker kit. So I'm going to go back to planners in June. I switch back and forth between the pencil and my finger, I know, but it's just how comfortable I am. So for now, I'm going to download the June dated planner. So I'm just going to tap on it. It automatically opens up Dropbox. Occasionally it'll come up with an error issue, and I'm sorry, you can see my reflection. I'm recording in my kitchen. So it automatically opens up. Sometimes I have an issue and I have to go back to Safari and just click on it again. That's usually my internet's connection and not an issue with anything else. So when I'm here, I click these three dots up in the corner and click Save to my Dropbox. I have a folder open in Dropbox because I had previously had it before this. You don't need anything special, just save it to your Dropbox. Okay, that's saved. Cancel. I tend to go back to Safari, which is up here in the corner, and I'm gonna download a sticker bundle as well. I'll do the June Punk Gal sticker kit. See, this is the issue that I sometimes get. It happens, I believe, because of my internet connection. I just go back, click it again, and a lot of times it comes back up. So again, just click that and click Save to Dropbox. And save. Alright, now I'm going to click my home screen to go out, and I'm going to open GoodNotes. I have a bunch of things open, so I'm going to close a few things. Okay. So I'm going to click here, which brings me out to my front page. You can see I already have a lot of things downloaded. I actually already have the June planner downloaded, but I'm going to show you how to download it again. So, easiest way, click this plus button, go down here, click import, and then you've got to find it. Mine happened to be open because it automatically opens to your last spot where you were at. So I've gone back out, and there's my Dropbox. So I'm going to click on Dropbox. Mine is under Journal, and then I've got, so you could download the June planner a couple of times. So I'm going to click on June planner, and these three files show up: individual PNGs, which are your stickers for the journal that come with it. Those you only use if you do the split screen. Your June stickers, which you will import as well, and the planner. So first we're going to start with the planner. Simply click on it and importing document, and it'll show up right there. and it automatically opens. Me clicking there did not do that. It just automatically opens. That's what it does. And you can see it's in a tab up at the top here. So I'm going to also go back out and just do the same thing, import, and the June sticker bundle. I click on that. That's the stickers that come with the kit, not the extra June stickers that I decided to download as well. So see, I didn't touch anything. It automatically opened. It opens to the front page. You can swipe and there's your stickers. So the last thing I'll import is this month's June sticker bundle. So I have to go back out. And that one was actually called the Punk Gal. So there it is. Click on that. And for using the stickers in GoodNotes, not using an iCloud or Dropbox side-by-side split screen. So you then click and open. Depending on your internet connection, it can take longer or shorter amounts of time. Sorry for the wait on this one. I do occasionally get this problem because my internet is not the best right now. Go, importing document. It could also be that I have a lot in here. I usually don't have this many, but there we go. There's the pumpkin notebook and the stickers involved. Okay, so as I open those, I didn't close them up here, so I've got the June planner, the June sticker bundle that came with the planner, and the June sticker Punk Girls that I just downloaded. So there's those three. To get started, clicking these up here is fine to have the editing toolbar. This is your editing toolbar. And I'll go through, this is your pencil. You have different colors and sizes. You can click, double click, and you can change your colors. This will just give you different sizes when you write. This is your eraser. Again, you have different sizes depending on how detailed you want to erase. This is your highlighter. This helps you make shapes or straight lines. This is your lasso tool. When you first start, you want to double click and make sure all of those are green, so handwriting, images, and text boxes. This is your pictures, to import pictures. When you click on it, your photo roll will show up here. This is also for pictures, but it allows you to take a picture, and I don't want that, so click down here and cancel. And that's to add text boxes. Again, you've got your colors and your options. You do want to change the size and font beforehand if you can. If you can't, it's easiest to use a keyboard if you have one. And bold, italic, and your different colors for writing a text. Again, you can click and change your colors that you may want to use for that month. I generally keep 3 and use them all. So, but if you have these open, you're not going to be able to click on your tabs. It's going to draw. You can click back to get rid of all those. And then you want to hit the pen tool up here. It looks like an X. And that will get rid of your toolbar. You'll see that has a circle, and now all your links will work correctly. So this first link is to your index page, and all of these are labeled. You've got a bunch of tabs on the side here. Those just simply go to tabbed pages that just have this, like this page has black with lines on it. And if you swipe, it's pink lined, and it is the second tab. You can add pages in between later on if you want to use those sections, or use them just as pages as they are. It depends on how much you want to put into your month. But we're going to go click on this, which will bring you to your index. On your index page, everything here is linked. So you've got goals, to-do lists, key dates, all of those. And if you click on them, they're linked to where those pages are in the planner. you've also got monthly, weekly with it. Weekly with an hourly view and just a weekly view, a daily, and a daily planner template. Blank note pages, and every single one of your days are also linked. So clicking on today's date brings you to the linked date page. So if I was to be wanting to start right here, and I didn't, it says the hours on the side, top 3 priorities, to-do list, a notes section, very simple setup for a daily, perfectly usable. So if I wanted to write in it, I simply click this pencil edit tool again, and I've got my pencil, and I can write hello. Don't mind the cursive. I can also make it thicker to make it easier to see. Okay. One thing with good notes is whatever you put behind or put down first will be behind, and then if you put something on top of it, that will be in front. So there's a little planning involved with what you want to put behind another thing, especially when it comes to stickers. So you can hide text by putting a sticker over your text. That was simply how to write. A highlighter, sorry, I'm just looking at my phone, kind of goes over, and you'll be able to see things behind it. Whereas if you use the pen and kind of scribbled over, it makes it disappear a bit more. Your eraser to erase whatever you want. And shapes is really cool. I'm going to zoom in for that, and I'm going to draw a square. It didn't look very pretty, but it automatically snaps. And also, like, if you want to highlight a specific time frame, your highlight will also become straight, even if you draw it crooked. But this works, your shape tool works for other shapes too, like circles, triangles. It doesn't make it perfect, but it straightens your lines so they look a little nicer. So I'm going to zoom out and erase. There it goes. Sometimes it takes a second to go through. So that was writing. The other very common thing to use is text. I have turned on my keyboard, so it's now on and hooked up to my screen. So when I put this in, I want to make it a little bigger. I tap to create a text box, and usually on an iPad, if you don't have a keyboard, a little keyboard will show up along the bottom here, but because I've got it connected, it just has the suggested words in bold and underlined, and I can simply type hello, hit enter, how are you? So the reason I like using the keyboard especially is that I can use the shift to select tool, because then if I go, oh, that's not the right size text, it's easy to select it and change the size that I want it to be. I find, I'm going to turn off my keyboard for a minute. So if I click back here and click into the text box, the keyboard's going to show up. And it's a little bit harder for me to press and hold to copy and paste depending on how much I have and how big it is, because sometimes I forget and it's really small to begin with. But you can do it that way and then click here and change the size. I just find it easier with the keyboard because I have one, but it's definitely possible without. Okay, so we're going to turn the keyboard back on. I'm not going to type much more. You can just use the press and hold to change your colors, anything with it. So tap into the box. Like I said, I have my keyboard selected, that's why I did that. So shift and hold, and I can change it to blue. I can make it bold. I can make it italicized. So with what I was using, it didn't show up very well with the bolder italicized because it's already kind of italicized, but it does actually work Ooh, and that made it really small. I'm not sure why that changed the size on me. You can see it's also very small. Select all. And make that bigger again. So it takes a little playing around to get text boxes. I don't use text boxes very often. I know my handwriting's messy, but I just don't care. I just do my tasks. Oops. And see, that's a really thick, and I don't like that, so I'm going to erase it. And I'm going to make this smaller. And I can rewrite things, but I don't mind my handwriting for my own personal journal, so that's what I mainly use. Now, when it comes to stickers, using them in GoodNotes, I left them open. Very easy. Click over to sticker, find what I want, select the lasso tool. Lasso, you don't have to go around the whole thing. Whatever borders are there, if the borders are overlapping, you can end up getting two. So even if you just lasso right in the middle, you tap and hold, and this box will pop up, and you click copy, go back into your journal, and paste. And you use this little tool in the corner to make it bigger or smaller. Like I said, this came in second, so if I place it here, it's going to cover up tasks. To edit this, I press and hold and edit. You can also re-lasso it, but depending on what's on there, you can end up getting it. And when you tap and edit, it edits like a picture. So then you can also crop. You can reshape it that way. And then I can write over the top of it. And then it won't disappear underneath the sticker if you write on top of it. But I don't want to mess writing there, so I'm going to hit the back button twice. So you can either erase or hit the back button depending on how you wrote, whichever is easier for you. So I could go back in, lasso, let's grab, I don't even think it's Tuesday, but I will grab it anyway. Go into the planner, no, it's Sunday. Maybe I've got something special on Tuesday and I need to prep for it or something. And say I just want half of this. I'm going to tap and hold to edit so that I can crop it. And from here I can make it a little bit more square. And I can get rid of that whole side.
I'm so sorry. What happened? Did you find her?
And then I've got a little square box, and it just says Tuesday, and it doesn't have the little bullet point anymore. The other thing you can do when you crop is to freehand crop. So say you have a sticker or something that has a lot of white around the edge, you can freehand it. This is going to be very wobbly, but say, well, maybe I just want the E. And if I click done, then I just have this little tiny E. So it allows you to grab parts of stickers and create your own. Maybe you want to make a special initials or something and you really just like the letter. Very easy to freehand or rectangle crop. So that's adding stickers, text, and writing into your journal. One other thing that people who are perfectionists might want to move around some pages. So do a quick show on that. If you click wrong button. I meant to click on these 4 square boxes. This gives you every single page in the planner. And from here you are able to copy and paste pages and add them in between other pages or move them around and your links will still work. So this here, this here is a lined page. I know it's hard to see on there, but if I select it, tap this blue circle and press copy, it'll tell me it's copying. And I click done. And I know there's pages down at I know these pages are at the bottom. Takes a minute to load. So here are the tabs that are along the side. There's the first one. So I want to insert it after this because I want to use this as like a section. So I'm going to click the little down arrow, click add page after, and paste the page that I copied. And there it is. So if you don't know where your pages are, the other thing I like to do this is close. You can see it's back there now. Okay. The other thing I like to do is move pages around. And if I don't know where they are, it's easiest to go into the planner here, click on the page that you want to see, and then you can click here, and it automatically brings you to the page that you are on. So I like my dailies in between my weeklies, and I know that's not the same for everybody, but the easiest way is to press and hold. Oop, I was moving a little bit. Press and hold, and you'll see it kind of comes up off the page. And then you can just drag. And oop. My apologies. I was moving stuff around a little too fast there. So up here, I know are the weeklies. Here they are. So I know it's the third week, so it's going to go after page 11. Here it is. Press and hold. Drag. Alright, and I place it there, and you can see it now in between. I'm going to select this page, and it shows this is Sunday the 14th. Now if I scroll, here's Sunday the 14th. And there's next week. I like having them in between. So the best part about this is if I do go back to my calendar and click on the 14th, it still brings me to that day, and it is between the weeklies. So you can move pages around like that to put your planner in any order that you want, or add blank pages afterwards if you want to add special events in and add stickers or pictures. So I think that's it for my first one. Very easy, showing how to download and write and use stickers, which I believe is the basis for starting your digital planning journey. If you want to use split screen for your stickers instead of keeping them in your planner here, what you would do is swipe up slightly and open your folder, and once it shows up, you can drag it over to the side here, and it'll show up next to it. It automatically shows the recent files you had open. For mine, I was using the Ocean file for my month this month. But I'm going to go into, this is my iCloud drive, but say I'm using Dropbox. I can go into Dropbox, into Journal, and I want the Punk Gal. And this is where instead of clicking zip, I want to click on individual PNGs. It's going to take a second to load, but here they are. I didn't have these preloaded. Like I said, I don't use Dropbox very often, so that's why it's going to take another minute to load. There they are. Okay. Usually I like looking through these beforehand in like the full screen, so see what I might want to use. So I'm just going to scroll through. Those are a bunch of numbers for the dates. The days of the week in different colors that they did. Okay, I see these say dot heart, and I know I like those, so I'm going to scroll that back to the side. So I have my planner. That was a pinch to make smaller, and I just want to add one of these over in. So I know some people were saying lasso tool. Really, this side it's just a press and a hold, and once it pops out, drag and drop, and it imports it, and you can just resize, move around however you want it. So nothing super crazy. Look, I can put the notes inside, and there we go. You can kind of zoom in and make that however you want. And then last thing after, one special thing. So say I want to move this, but there's something written over the top of it. If I want to just lasso the sticker, I can click here and get rid of the text box and handwriting and just leave images. And then even if I lasso the text box here, it's only going to move the image. Same thing would go if I wanted just the text box. Or even just handwriting. So you have those options that, if you're, bound to mess up a little bit and have layers of things, handwriting, text, and stickers, it's a good way to differentiate between them. In my daily planner life, I like to choose a category that I'm going to use and stick with it so that I'm not searching and searching and searching through stickers. So since I'm using this right now, I know I have my journal, my stickers. I'm using Ocean this month, so I scroll all. This is basically the only stickers I use, but I also have just a sticker book in my planner, and I don't know if I don't still have that open right now. Oh no, yes I do. GoodNotes stickers. So I put the ones I use, like these are my Bitmojis, and I have them all together there, and it's easy for me to look and just grab the one that I want. And to use it for my planner. Oops. So that if I like when I want to use something other than my monthly theme, if I want to add something else in there, I have that other sticker journal to make it easy to add my favorites. But that really takes looking at your stickers first. And you're right, there's no easy way to sort them however you want. You have to take the time and kind of put them in there and resize them. It's a little work, but if you use a dated planner, a lot of the dates and stuff are already done. I don't change the date numbers to look any special way, but other people take the time to do that. But I think that's it for now, and I hope this is helpful to some people. Enjoy.